All right. Check, check, check. Oh, let's get the other thingies up. Oh, oh that's, well, the audio works. Got it muted on the TV screen. Okay. How's it going, everybody? Tyler Schwartz here. Welcome to Real Talk with Tyler. Ta-da! Oops, shaking the camera. Real Talk with Tyler. Thank you for voting for the new name for the show, the thing that we're doing. Thank you for that. Clearly, by a landslide, Real Talk with Tyler is the name that we're rolling with. So thank you for voting. I agree. I think it's a great name, and yeah, I think Wednesdance was clever, but I don't know. And what was it? The other one? I don't even know. But thank you for voting. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Hit the subscribe button. I think it's down there somewhere. I don't know. And what other? No. Oh, nope, wrong one. Yeah, super chats. So you can super chat on here now, and I I think it kind of like does a little cool thing for your comment, but it's another way of supporting the channel. I figured we'd have that up. How's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well. Having a nice spring day. It was like 80s yesterday, and it's not that today. It was very nice though yesterday. So it was outdoors. Lots of outdoor time. I'm not drinking tea today. I'm drinking a nasty protein shake because healthy. I actually just came from the gym. So went to the gym, ran back, got a protein up afterwards. So figured I'd drink this instead of tea for now. But yeah, this is Real Talk with Tyler. It's an Irish dance live stream, so we talk all things Irish dancing. So if you have any things you'd like to talk about, Irish dance related, through your Irish dance journey, what if there's anything that's giving you trouble? I made this available through our Patreon. Once we got to 10 patrons, I figured, that's enough support to be able to do this on a weekly basis where we can, talk about Irish dance, use my experience basically through my 22 years of Irish dancing knowledge to help you out with your Irish dancing, and that being, just leisurely, like just like a hobby, picking up Irish dancing as a hobby, or if you're competing in Irish dancing, competitive Irish dancing, I have a lot of experience with that, or performance Irish dancing, bit of experience with that as well. This is kind of an avenue to chat about anything that's given you trouble. A few weeks ago, we talked about competition nerves and dancing through competition nerves, and we just put that up on the channel. So a lot of the like really important stuff we do here, I try to make available on the channel later on. We're gonna try and keep these consistently on Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Central. That may change, but I'll give notice in advance and all of that. But it's a good time, and I feel like everybody can make it, both Americans and overseas and wherever you may be. But also, if you miss one week, I always I try to put as much as I can up on the YouTube if you want to, chill to it, have it running in the background or anything like that. You may have noticed my voice sounds a little bit better, and you might have noticed the little thingy attached to me again. I have finally the chronicles of Tyler's lost mic that was broken and had to be sent back and then sent to Delaware and then sent back here. It's finally over. I finally have my mic again. And you can see it. It's plugged in right now. It's doing some cool stuff. So this is plugged into my, see, boop, boop. You can see it. Monitors all of that on a small little thingy, and then it sends a signal to, it's actually in my pocket, and then the lav mic goes up, and it's right there. So super awesome, and that allows me to go from here to the stage to wherever, and you can still hear me, which I think is super important. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, we've gone like 4 weeks without my favorite mic, and so I'm happy that it's finally back and it's working and it's great. I'm very happy about that. So yeah, give the live stream a like, hype in the chat, and tell me where you're tuning in from. Let's see. Hans is here. New name is great. I'm glad that you like it as well. I'm all about it too. I thought Wednesday Irish Dance live stream was boring, but at least it was straight to the point. This is also straight to the point. It's, you know, real talk. I gave a little tagline to the tail end of it, you know, an Irish Dance live stream. I feel like that kind of helps with it as well. Eliza, how are we doing? Are you new to the channel? Welcome, Eliza. You're tuning in from Poland. That's like 6 or 5 hours ahead. Wow, that's a long ways away from here. Thank you for tuning in. Are you an Irish dancer? Are you just here enjoying the company of the group? Woo! Oh my goodness. Oh, there's like, it's like all built up. Oh no. I normally have tea, but we're doing protein shakes today, and it's nasty. This does not look appetizing at all. I might bail on it. How's everybody's week going? Are we all dancing in public again? Urgh. Oh, that's a little better. All right, let's give it a shot. It's not the worst thing I've ever had. Not the worst. Except I got it all over got some powder on my Tyler Schwartz Dance sweatshirt. It's so comfy, and it says the logo, and it's really cool on my merch site on Teespring, if you guys are interested. Subtle plug. Valerie, how are we doing? Valerie's been a part of the channel community for a while. She is also, I believe, a patron of the channel. Thank you, Valerie, for tuning in. Hi, my daughter-in-law, Deborah, are tuning in from Alameda in the Bay Area, California. Newbies in Irish dancing. Are you just starting your journey? What are you working on right now? Is it more soft shoe related dancing? That's exciting. No, soak in those first couple, you know, months of learning Irish dancing, the brave frontier. It's all brand new. It's a fun time for sure. Eliza, I was on one live stream only. I love your style. Oh, thank you so much. I'm an Irish dancer, but don't compete anymore. How long did you compete for? And you competed in Poland. That is very interesting. What's the competition scene like in Poland? I'm very intrigued by that. And you said you are an Irish dancer, but don't compete anymore. So you still Irish dance. So in what capacity? Do you kind of just do it for fun now? And Hard shoe or soft shoe? What are we focusing on? Yeah. Valerie, yep, just starting. Yes, yes, you patron. Yeah, thank you for being a patron of the channel. Speaking of Patreon, if you'd like to support the channel further, if you like the stuff we do here and you'd like to support the channel further and pay for my next protein shake, it's not as fun as yeah. Yeah, you can become a patron of the channel now. I have a Patreon where you can support the channel. I frequently post little updates on there, give you heads up, and I want to put more goodies up there too. Patreon allows you to do a lot of cool things, which I believe also you can do like what was it? I'm like studying other people's Patreons, like okay, these other content creators, how do they use Patreon, like, and because I don't want to gatekeep any content. I don't want to be like, well, you can only see this step if you're a patron. Like, I'll never do that ever. But some people are doing stuff like, like 10% off merchandise if you want like a Tyler Schwartz dance shirt with like a little logo, a little practice shirt. Um, yeah, like you can put like discounts on there and stuff. So it's like, yeah, no, I think that'd be really cool. So I'm gonna play around with that. So yeah, Patreon. It's in the caption below if you want to look into that. Yeah, Valley is a patron. Thank you so much for your support. We're getting pretty close to 20. If we get 20 patrons, I'm gonna be doing a setting forth on a do-it-yourself dance floor. I'm gonna build a dance floor and show you how to do one at a relatively cheap price. That's good for your feet because you don't want to just have like a board of wood. You want to be able to kind of elevate that piece of wood like above, like separate it from the floor to give your dancing a bit of cushion. So, yeah, figure that'd be a fun video series to do. Eliza, I danced for 9 years, but started at 21 years old. So a bit late. Wow. Okay, I danced for 9 years. So you're in your 30s. Wow. Yeah. New member. Welcome, Valerie Dickey. Hold on. Hold on. We'll get to that in a second. Okay, so 30. So you started a bit later on. Okay, cool. How did how'd you get in? How'd you find Irish dancing? I'm always intrigued by that, how people find it. I found it by my older sister. So my older sister danced before me. Actually, my mother and my grandmother Irish danced before me as well. Crazy. But my sister saw Riverdance and started dancing when she was like 4. She's older sister. So, the family minivan was going to dance class, you know, like while I was still like a fetus. So, you know, eventually I found my way into a studio and the rest is history. So yeah, Eliza, how'd you start Irish dancing? How'd you find it? Maybe we can open that question up to everybody. How did you find Irish dancing? Yeah. New member, welcome. Does that happen? Valerie, did you type that or did just like, oh wait, hold on. Does that like happen when somebody becomes a member? Oh, cool. So it's just okay. I just have on my little like screen. It says it looks like just yeah, like a little comment, but that's from YouTube. You became a member of the channel. Thank you. Woo! I need to have like cool animations or something. That's so cool. Thank you so much. Yeah, you can become a member of the channel as well, and that gives you like a little badge next to your comments and stuff, which is cool. And that like evolves, like it upgrades every month or something. I don't know. I have to work on that too. I want to put more stuff on that because that's really cool. Um, okay. Thank you. That's so awesome of you. Thank you so much. Leaning Post, how are we doing? Winning Post is a channel member for I think you've been with us since like the start, yeah? How have you been? Don't worry about being late. I'm glad you made it. Yeah. How are we doing? How's your dancing coming? Okay. Oh, we got a story. Okay. So Eliza, competing got me depressed because I couldn't see the progress. When the competition didn't go well, I got depressed more and more. I had fun. I okay, hadn't fun anymore. Okay, so it wasn't fun. So decided not to compete anymore. Oh, so that happens a lot. And I was actually at a dance competition this weekend. It was the first dance competition I've been to since before Christmas. And before that, I had been to a competition in a while. Very often, dancers get discouraged from competition because, you know, there's only one top spot in some of these competitions now. You have like hundreds of dancers competing in one competition, and only one can win. So it's tough, and it's hard to see that yeah, like the results. Couldn't see the progress because you know it's not like a regular type of sport. A lot of people are like, Irish dancing is a sport. And I think that's a great debate to kind of bring up with the group, with the chat. Do you think, and maybe I'll make this a poll tomorrow, is Irish dancing a sport? Ooh, I think you can train for it certainly like a sport, but I wouldn't say it's a sport. I think it's, a step up beyond that. Um, at some of my workshops, I'll tell some dancers, that have trouble seeing the progress in competition. Like there's subjectivity in Irish dancing that's both the most beautiful and most frustrating thing about Irish dancing. The artistry, because there's subjectivity, there's artistry, there's different styles, there's different, aspects of Irish dancing that make it, beautiful in different ways. Some people go super athletic, other people have that grace. Some try to combine all of it. Some have like a lot of rhythm, and some go up on toes. And then on the day, you have all these different styles, and the judge has to pick who's the best. Sometimes it could go one way or another. Um, and sometimes when you're in the mix, I always tell dancers you want to have your technique down nice and strong so that you're in the mix to be, considered on the top spot on the day. But if you're in the mix, you might be in the mix with 5 or 6 other people, and then you might end up 6th on the day. And if that truly, if that discourages you, there are sports out there like track where if you run the fastest, you win. There's no debate on that. There's no judge that goes, well, but the other person ran with pointed toes and had better carriage, so they win. So then, there's your sport. There's your type of sport. You know, um, so I think the subjectivity is the most beautiful and most frustrating thing about Irish dancing, and it's very discouraging as well. Um, it's also why I recommend to a lot of dancers who are competing to compete in as many competitions as possible, because you're giving yourself then more rolls of the dice to be successful on the day. Persevere through those days where it just doesn't end up being your day, but then you'll have those times where everything connects, you become more consistent, and you start to see the results. Um, it's tricky though, and I don't blame you for feeling discouraged. I certainly had those years. My first year in college, I transitioned from like my high school years to college. My first year in college, I was on my own, and I did not schedule myself properly. I was trying to manage so many different things at once. I tried to juggle so many things at once, and I ended up dropping everything, effectively. And the results that year did not follow. I did not do well in any competition. Actually, For years and years, I'd won my regional championship every single year. That was the first year I dropped it. I got second. I was just like, oh my gosh, is this the end? Do I stop? And um, yeah, it's a long story actually. It yeah. At some point I'll talk to y'all about it. But yeah, there's always those discouraging times that you have to really consider. Where is your motivation? Where do you find success in dance? Because a lot of people find success in dance not through competition, but through their expression, through performing, through anything like that. So yeah, there's a lot of different things you can do there. So I hope you're enjoying dance still. Maybe not the competitive aspect of it, but the maybe just as a hobby and picking up new tricks and crafting steps, stitching them together and seeing what works and what doesn't. There's so many different avenues for expression these days too with social media that it's you can find your own path. um, we got TikTok, Instagram, and all that stuff where you can put your steps out there. Have fun with it. You don't have to. It's no longer just like competition or nothing else. There's so many different avenues. So yeah, that was a long rant. Let me catch up on these comments. Came automatically. I added a second one since my daughter-in-law is training too. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. What are you guys working on right now? So your daughter-in-law is training. What is she working on right now? Anything in particular? Is she tuning in right now? Hello. Maybe it's something we can talk about here or go through. So it's just some fun hobby and just loved it. Just like that. And it became my, oh, I love it. That's amazing. Well, that's great. I'm happy. I'm happy for you guys. I'm happy for you, not you guys. Happy for you. Thank you. Good. The leaning pose doing all right. I'm on St. Pat's now. Just started yesterday and passed hornpipe on Monday. Let's go. St. Patrick's Day is one of my favorite dances. I used to train dancers at the competitive level, St. Pat's, and it's a lot of butt kicks, a lot of kicks and cuts, and oh yeah, a lot of footwork. Lipizans, how are we doing? Lipizan's been with us on these live streams since the beginning, I believe. When I was asking what's Lipizans, and it's a reference to the horse. It's a horse in the picture there. I got into Irish dancing shortly before Riverdance came out. Oh, wow. Our teacher was offering classes through the local rec center. We were looking for something fun after getting out of ballet. Yeah, well, there's a lot of similarities with ballet, especially the light shoe of Irish dance is super balletic. We borrow a lot of things, except the whole idea of plieing, which is not good for legs. Yeah. Right now, trebles. Oh, very good. Trebles. They're tough. They're tough. My biggest offering of advice is to take it nice and slowly. Rhythm and all that stuff, it takes practice. And the more you practice, the better control you get. It's like blueprints. Like you want to get those blueprints in, get it in your DNA, basically, before you go too fast with it or add like a bunch of extra stuff to it. Isaac, how we doing? I've taught Isaac before. He's an amazing male Irish dancer. Not too many gents out there doing the Irish dancing. Isaac's doing great. He does some really cool Irish dance videos as well from Pennsylvania. want to check out some really cool Irish dancing. Isaac's the one to look for. Isaac, what's your Instagram tag? We don't have too many people tuned in right now, but if people wanted to find your videos, where would they find them? Working on turnout and flicking back. Oh, very good, very good. Coordinating simple moves into a routine. Very good. Without breaking our knees. It's always good to do a nice warm up. Start minimal. When you're practicing your dancing, you wanna keep it simple. Actually, we can. If you're interested, I have my white socks. Sweet. We can go through that a little bit. Let's turn on some music. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Whoop. Gotta turn on the camera. Come on. All right. It's working. All right. So something I always do with dancers is I start very easy, like straightforward, like simplest stuff, even with my most advanced dancers. Let me know if this music's too loud. I always start very simple. So from here, engage the turnout by twisting those feet out. Yeah. Wherever that falls, that's your natural turnout right there. That's also what I would call first position. I have protein powder on my sweatshirt. I would call that first position. And I take my right foot out, heel to toe. That's my third position. I don't know where second position went, but that's what I call it. And slide out to a point. And I line up my big toe with my belly button. So from here, I'm crossing over too much. From here, I'm not crossing enough. I want that in line with my belly button. So it's right into your center. Also, I want to keep the turnout engaged. So in the same way that I have my turnout engaged here, I keep it turned out, I keep it turned out. And it's nice and easy, you know. It's not too much ground and pound, you know. But I go from each position one bar at a time, and then I repeat the same thing on the left foot. So it looks something like this: 5, 6, 7, 8. First and third, out point, and third, first and third, and point, and third, and first, and third, and point, and third, and first, and third, and point, and third, and first. So pretty straightforward. Maybe if y'all are tuning in, you want to try one with me? Yeah? All right, follow along. 5 and 6, 5, 6, here we go, and just kidding. There we go. And 4, 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep the turnout, and third, slide out point, and third, and first, and third, and point, and third, and first. Keep the posture nice and pulled up, third, and first, and third, and point, and third, and first. Okay, from here we just do what I would call elevator raises, heel ups, or whatever you want to call them. We're going to bring our heels up and down. So every bar, up and down. Okay. We're going to pull all the way up and all the way down. Now notice I'm not doing this and separating my heels. I'm keeping my heels together. So that means I'm still engaging my turnout as I'm going up and bringing them down. Okay. Yeah. So it doesn't really work if your turnout is all the way out here, because then there's only so much you can do. So you want just a nice natural first position. 5, 6, 7, 8, and up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. Another time, down. See, nothing too intense. Up and down and down. Yeah. And from there, I would actually go into third to points. So starting here and going straight into the point and third, and just that. So we skip the first position basically. But it's just to practice keeping the turnout all the way through and not twisting the hip in and out. We want to keep that hip nice and turned out the whole way. A lot of times I'll instruct this in a pair of Adidas shoes where it has like the 3 stripes, and I'll tell dancers you want the 3 stripes forward the whole time. Or if you have like turnout stickers, you want the turnout stickers forward the whole time. You don't want to like disappear the, hide the turnout stickers. You want to keep it nice and turned out the whole time. 3 and 4, right foot in front, 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and point, and heels, and point, and third, and point, and third, and point, then heels, and point, and third, and point, and third, point, third, point, and third. Yeah. We'll try one of those together. 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, point, and third, and point, and third, and point, and third, and point, and heels. Point. Oh. We still here? I think we lost the internet for a second. Oh, we have to pick the trick out. Sorry guys, I wasn't even aware that we lost connection. Let's see. I don't know where we lost you. Hang on, let's head back. Where did I leave you guys off? We were doing point and thirds, heel raises, and then we did walks. Did you guys see the walks? Ooh, I like this. Any tips for teaching little kids over Zoom? We will answer this. Hang on one sec. The one trick that we forgot to talk about, and this is on a video, like beginner drills, but walking drills where we're going from third position to third position. And if you have like a line of some sort, so like I have like a crease in my my stage, it's almost like a tightrope that you want to keep your toes on, and your heels can go to the sides, but you're almost like walking on a tightrope. And I'd recommend coming through the knee, so knee forward like you're going hoo, but through the knee and over your calf, under your shin, and over. The same idea coming back. Because with a great turnout comes great responsibility. With a great turnout, now the knees are starting to go that way instead of forward. So now that we have the turnout, we got to pull up. So be careful doing this. You don't want that. You want to keep it nice and tidy. So knee forward and back. Yeah. But you can do that exercise coming forward 1 bar at a time. Yeah. Woo. All right. Woo. But I love those exercises because they're simple, super simple, and you can really focus in on the turnout and the technique and all that stuff. And I have my advanced dancers and my beginner dancers all doing those exercises. You'd be surprised how many advanced dancers have trouble with that. Technique comes first. Okay, Isaac, any tips for teaching little kids over Zoom? Right. So Zoom is a tricky beast. I would highly recommend anything you do on Zoom to have the recording function going. Make sure you record all your lessons. It's good for you to check back on what you have worked on. It's good for them because you can send that over to them and they can like retake the lesson or go over anything that they were unsure of. It's just great to have. I mean, I don't like Zoom. I'm grateful for it because it's allowed us to continue working like virtually and safely. But why are you not playing? But it's a bit frustrating at times for sure. I would definitely um, record everything. Secondly, I would try. So what setup do you have currently, Isaac? I was gonna say a USB camera can go a long way. Now, depending on the computer you have, I have a MacBook. I'm using a MacBook right now. Let me just show you what's going on here. Ready for this? This is MacBook, Tyler. You can see it's all fuzzy and like not great. And then you're at the whim of whatever your computer screen is. So you can put your computer up or down or anything like that, but you're at the whim of whatever this thing can do. So I have just a Logitech. It's got to be like 3 or 4 years old at this point, but hey, it's 1080p. It's a little bit better quality. It has like an autofocus. I think it does. Yep, autofocus, auto brightness, auto everything. It's a little bit nicer. It helps. What else would I recommend? Oh, I have a little 5-year-old boy that I've been teaching over Zoom. That's amazing. Yeah, camera would go a long way. I'm sure he's watching a lot of your dancing, so that's why I was like, camera might be really important. Laptop and Bluetooth speaker. Okay, so you got the speaker, so that's fine right there. Don't we all? It's like I have one other recommendation. Whoop! Gotta run over and grab it. Nope, that's not it. Where is it? Okay. I bought this again, kind of same time I got the Logitech camera, like 3 or 4 years ago. Found it on Amazon for like not very much, maybe $6 or $7, but a little wide angle lens. It's a little clippy wide angle lens. So let's go back to the not so great camera, but it's to show you kind of what this type of thing can do. See? Just clip that on. Oh, it's a little bit more space. Whoop. And see? Adds a little bit more space. Yeah. I don't know if this would work here, but it's like a little clip. And so it just kind of widens the camera view a little bit. So when you're like teaching, a lesson and you're skipping around, or you need, if you have a smaller space but you want to still, get a view of it all, this can be really handy, and it's like $6 or $7 on Amazon. So it's a pretty decent investment. Again, I've had this for like 4 years, and I use it whenever I have to like do anything on like phone. Like if I'm going live on my phone, I can clip it to the selfie camera there, and it opens up the view a little bit more. So another thing that on Zoom, you can do those like green screen backgrounds. I've taught with that a lot. I'll do that to hold people's attention more. Funny themes and whatnot. That's always fun. But and hats off to all the teachers out there, who've had to do Zoom like all year and hold the attention, because really, like, when you're a teacher, when you're in person, you have those downtime moments where you don't have to be on, but when you're Zooming, you are on stage, you are performing to keep those kids' attention. So definitely, like a 5-year-old, um, I would definitely like keep the attention going, keep the energy going. You gotta almost entertain them. You know what I mean? Like, keep them dancing, keep them moving. Exercises, dances, really fill the gaps. In a normal in person lesson, there are those natural gaps where they can, there's downtime here and there, but on Zoom, there's there's really none. It's exhausting. Isaac will let you know that I was one of the choreographers for Fusion Fest last year as a dance, an Irish dance festival last summer. It was all virtual, which was great because we were able to do it, but all the lessons, all the workshops, all of it was virtual, and it was a lot of like outward energy, to a camera, and it was exhausting. But I mean, it's worthwhile in the end. But I knew right off the bat, like from doing a bunch of Zoom lessons already, it's gonna be a lot of like outward energy and performing and keeping people's attention. So I would also recommend that. Maybe keep the lesson on the shorter side, but fill it with plenty of dancing and plenty of activity. Especially for a 5-year-old, I wouldn't say the lessons would be too long. How long are the lessons you're teaching to this individual? Um, yeah, it's tricky. Trust me, I've been trying to iron out my Zoom style still. I shot a Zoom lesson this morning, and it was a lot better with the mic. I would say, yeah, if you've got the funds, I would highly recommend a lav mic, um, because then when you're dancing and all that, like, they can hear you and all that a little better. Any recommendations on this kind of shoes? What kind of shoes are you talking about? What is this? Soft shoes? Hard shoes? I can recommend a lot of shoes. I have lots of shoes that I can recommend. Does he have a parent or older sibling who can help out on his end? I imagine it's a bit of herding cats at that age. It is. It's a lot of herding cats at 5. I really think, and granted, in some areas of the world, under 6 and under 7 competitions are a thing. But I think there's a reason, like in the States, the youngest age is under 8. It's a lot to, Irish dancing takes a lot of focus from the youngins. I started when I was 7, by the way, so hats off to people who start younger than that. Woo! His mom was there the whole time. Yeah. Well, then yeah. It's a tag team of sorts. I would just have a so I mean, you're a teacher, so lesson plans. Have a lesson plan in mind. Write it out in advance if you need to. Adjust accordingly if you need to. But when you have a lesson plan, more or less, you plan more than you need to, and then at the worst case scenario, you finished your class and there's still things you need to do, but then you just send that over to the next week's practice or whatever. But what stinks is when you're doing a class like that and on Zoom, and you don't have a plan and you run out of things to do and you're like, I don't know what to do, because then it's like doubled over, because Zoom, you have to extort so much energy to keep people's attention. So I would definitely notebook, write out a lesson plan of like exercises. So like the exercises we did earlier, start off with some positions, start off with walking drills, walking exercises. Get creative with it and be like, hey, let's try this exercise out. Let's try this trick out. Like do like 2 like basic like positions into heel raises, into jump kick your butts, or like, or jump quarter turn, like have fun with it, like mix it up, but write it all out, because then I'll give you a little spoiler to Fusion Fest. Um, Actually, I can show you what I did. Speaking of lesson plans, I had one of these bad boys, a huge whiteboard that I would like put right underneath where the camera couldn't see. And I'd have all my lesson plans and everything I had planned for each class all laid out right there, so that I always had a plan and something to work on, and I knew always where we picked, like where we left off last class and where we're going, all that stuff. So lesson plans. Now, granted, I come from an education background. I have an ed. Whoop. Oh my! Oh my goodness! What? What are you? What? Did that answer your? No, get out of here. My speaker. Yeah, like I have a degree in education, and so I've done millions of lesson plans, so I kind of carried over that strategy to the world of Irish dancing. And it's so important, I think, to have a plan, especially in Zoom, where you have to hold people's attention, and you're on display, you're performing, so you have to have a plan. Like you want to go through all your stuff, and going through them fast holds their attention. Ooh, I like the goat set. So yeah, hope that helped answer that a little bit. Lesson is only 30 minutes. Good. I was gonna say anything more. I've worked with 5-year-olds before, 6-year-olds, even 4-year-olds, and after 30 minutes, they kick out no matter what. Their focus face is gone. It's glazed over, even in person. So that's good. Yeah, and I'll tell you, if you can do that, if you can handle 5-year-olds, you can handle like anybody. I think they're the toughest. They're the toughest student. So kudos to you. Well done. If you can hold their attention, that's great. I wrote a few comments above the one similar to tap dancing. Oh, like the one that David Gini is wearing in the latest YouTube videos. Okay, latest YouTube videos. Let me check this. So, let's see if I can find it. I'm assuming you're talking about Antonio Pacelli shoes. Let me write that out. I believe that's how you. I think that's how you spell his name. But they do hard shoes, and they can. I think they call them show shoes. Let me look it up. Show shoes. AntonioPacelli.com. Yeah. And Hullican Hugs. I just noticed the soft shoes. I was hearing Hugs at the competition this weekend, and I was like, what the heck are Hugs? Apparently they're a new soft shoe. Jig shoes. So you go to Antonio Pacelli, you go to Jig shoes, and I believe at the bottom they have a Fusion Fighter jig shoe. I love it. I believe at the bottom they have their, yeah, Antonio Pacelli show shoes. Yeah, and there's a few options you can get with them. Yeah, I believe that's what you're looking for. Yeah, is that what you're looking for? Antonio Pacelli show shoes. I believe that's what you're looking for. So it's like a tap hybrid. So it's an Irish stance shoe with like tap front taps. And I believe you can also, they have the option for metal heels as well. Now, you're not asking my opinion on them, but you know, I do have a pair of them somewhere. I don't really wear them too much. I'm a fanboy of the classic basic hard shoe. But that's my own taste, you know? Like everybody has their own opinions on them. I think that's the type of shoe you're looking for. Now, I will tell you, you don't like. Oh, are we back? Oh, sorry about that. We kicked out again. Are we back up? Are we back? I'm sorry. I saw the sign because my music stopped playing. Cause my music is streaming. Here, let's play from. Ah, okay. There we go. All right. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. All right. Actually, let me see if I can find a pair of those shoes that you're talking about. Oh no. Oh, I think they're buried. Doing a bit of packing. So just to comment on my disconnect right there, just hinting at something in my future. I will be moving in a month or two somewhere with better Wi-Fi. So bear with me on this Wi-Fi for now. Yeah. Oh yeah. Nope, that was totally me. My Wi-Fi is just doable for this. So, yeah. Okay, so Antonio Pacelli jig shoes or show shoes. All right, this is just my opinion, so just take it for that reason. And some people love them and swear by them, and they're totally valid as well, um, completely. So I don't want to take anything away from other people's opinions and experience with them. My experience with them is so a metal tap works on a pair of tap shoes because they have this big piece of wood underneath. Here, I'll give you a visual example. With a pair of Maddie's shoes that she left here that I have to bring back with me next time I come visit her. But see, there's a big piece of wood, and so the tap can screw in to that piece of wood pretty deep, right? And it's got a stable thing to hold on to. So that tap is in place. Now, when you think of an Irish stance hard shoe, we don't have that much wood hanging out right here to latch for the screws to latch into. See the issue? So these taps, as soon as you get them from Pacelli, like if you're dancing enough, and you know, those metal taps are gonna go loose pretty much immediately. Which isn't the end of the world. You can go out and get, you know, Gorilla Glue, cement glue type of stuff to, or, you know, to get the taps back on there. There's some techniques to help latch them back in and get them to fit. But then you're doing all this extra work. You know, I don't know if it's worth it. The second thing against that shoe, and it's just another personal opinion, they're the them breaking in. I feel like they don't break in as well as Rutherfords. Whereas like a Rutherford shoe when it breaks in, or like a FEIS shoe when it breaks in, becomes a glove and you can really like grip the shoe. The Pacelli shoe just feels more like a boot, you know, like you can't really. I don't know. I don't know. Sorry, Antonio. Um, I might be wrong. I don't know. You know, prove me wrong. I don't know, but that's just in my experience with that shoe. Um, weren't great. And I don't think they're clicking heels. And I'm particular about clicking heels. I don't think they're as fast or as solid as the Rutherfords, especially since Rutherfords is one heel. Pacelli still has the cap type of thing, so that heel cap can get loose and bust off as well. Again, if you're dancing a lot, like me, I mean, you're gonna break them pretty quickly. Now, a lot of people will opt for the metal heels, and I'll tell you, the metal heels are more for show than for actual function. They're really heavy, they're clunky, they're harder to hit, and they break apparently. I've not broken a pair yet. I've only worn other people's that have the metal heel, and it's heavy, clunky. It doesn't. I have trouble finding my rhythm and finding my speed in a pair of those. So they're very aesthetically cool. They've got some cool stuff to them, but I think we can do better. They're also really expensive, so that's why I'm like, you know, if you want to experiment and buy a pair of shoes, yeah, send us a review. You know, I'm all for it, but that's what I've found, and I would more so recommend a pair of Rutherfords and then going to a cobbler, because I know Rutherford and FEIS makes their front taps like super big and chunky so that they last longer. I've sometimes taken a pair of new Rutherfords and I'll have them sanded a little bit so that they have a thinner front tap, and that front tap then gets a lot, you know, higher frequency sounding. It's almost like a metal tap. I would more so recommend that than. Oh, we're back. Oh my goodness. We're having so many technical difficulties today. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm trying to like monitor it on my phone. Actually, to be fair, I'm gonna go on to cell data for my phone. Oh wait, I should turn off airplane mode then. So that's one less Wi-Fi device. I don't really know what's going on, guys. This didn't have as much. My Wi-Fi here is really not great, but it should still be able to deal. Yeah. Only got 3 people tuning in because I keep disconnecting. No. All right, Isaac, you're still here. I've seen the metal heads come off actually at my first Fusion Fight. The metal heels, yeah. Isaac agrees, guys. Metal heels. They're cool. They're aesthetically like awesome. I'm not doubting that. You know, Guinea wears them. Gardner Brothers wear them. They're flashy, man. Like Flatley used to wear metal heels. Like they're cool. Functionally, I don't think they're great. They're super heavy and clunky and not heavy in the right way. Like the K360s that I have with the Irish heels, I think have the weight in the right place that allow me to build up speed. But yeah. Speaking of which, I'm working on that. That would be awesome to be able to like offer that type of shoe to y'all. Like if that was something you guys would be interested in. It's on my to-do. Right now, those that I have are custom, but I would love for that to be a thing in the future. It's the protein shake, bad juju. Yeah, clearly. It's the I gotta get my tea going again. My favorite shoes. Tyler's big bag of shoes. I'm in kind of packing and organization mode. So all my shoes are in a big Lululemon bag. Really fancy, right, guys? What are my favorite shoes? Right now, these are my favorite shoes. They're Rutherford tan bottom. Well, they don't. I mean, you can tell they used to be tan. I believe that's where my sock is. But you see, like the tap is super thin, and that, I mean, it gets the same kind of sound, maybe a little bit deeper as a metal tap. They're like a slipper that like is formed to my foot, so I can point this bad boy like no other. They're awesome. They're about to die soon. It's like a really old dog. It's like, oh, you've been a good boy. You've been a good boy. Someday soon you're gonna take the long walk, but you've earned your keep. So I keep those with me. My favorite shoes right now though are it's a custom Capezio K360. It's a tap shoe. It's not an Irish dance shoe. It's a heavy boy, but it's heavy in the front as opposed to the back. I took off the wooden heel that's normally on a tap shoe. I sent these over to Rutherford and got one of their Irish heels put on. So you can see Rutherford heels. These are my favorite shoes. They're not. I can't point my toes in them. They're more for like experimenting with rhythm and whatnot. These I can get lots of heel clicks in, so they're really fun. What else? Oh, this is a regular K360. So you see it's a big wooden heel. So that doesn't make any clicky sound. So and it's got a tap cap. So I have one pair that's just tap shoes, and one where we took off the heel and put on an Irish heel. And these are my original ones. It's a little bit more of a sleeker shoe. It doesn't have the huge build on it, buildup of it, but it has the Irish heel. Yeah, so I love those. Nothing beats a classic Irish dance shoe though, like a Rutherford shoe or a FEIS shoe. Some of those Pacelli shoes are really nice too. Hulliken does some good stuff. Yeah. Metal front heels, yeah. Where did the metal heels come from? Are you talking about like the tap shoes that I have that have the... You asking about this? Woo! This guy? This is just a tap shoe. This is a tap shoe with a triple build. So there's a lot of wood on this part. See that? Which is heavy, and then that goes into a wood heel. That does not make a clicking sound, but it has a tap. So this is just a tap shoe. Don't know if you know, I produce a show called Real Rhythm that does Irish dancing and tap dancing. So sometimes I'm doing tap dance. So that's what these are for. Other times I'm doing both. So then you have the Irish dance shoe that's also a tap shoe. Yeah. And then just Irish dance shoes. I have a pair of newer Rutherford shoes that I've broken in. Yeah, because these are about to die. But I usually opt to wear those. You know, the big metal heels that are attached to the Irish shoes. I don't have a pair that I own currently. I'm almost positive if you go to Antonio Pacelli. I believe if you go to Antonio Pacelli, hang on. Let me just find it. Oh, I went to the wrong place. Okay. Let's see. Accessories. I believe I've seen them here before. Guys, today for some whatever reason, my connection is terrible. Did you just hear the music just like freak out? Okay. Okay. So, Isaac, here's where you want to go. I'll write it out. Again, I don't recommend this. I don't recommend the shoe. I think they still need to kind of rework it a little bit to make it a more efficient shoe. However, oh my goodness. Hey, we're back. Guys, I might cut this short just because we're having technical difficulties and I don't even know what's going on. I might run upstairs and just check and see what the hubbub is. Hi, Toku lover. I'm sorry you're tuning in on such a unstable day of live streaming. I keep disconnecting, but hello, welcome to the channel. Thanks, Isaac. Yeah, AntonioPacelli.com. Go to Dan's Accessories. They're there. Yeah. My goodness. Okay. Guys, I think I'm gonna sign off. What a like. I can tell you for sure. Actually, let me go check the Wi-Fi. I'm gonna be right back. All right. Okay, we're back. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Oh, snap. Guys, Verily just did the research. I am on Xfinity Internet right now. Has a problem according to Twitter in Chicago area. That's me. All right. Well, we'll try and go a little bit longer. Oh, what can you do? You know. Toku lover. What can we? Do you want? Can we call you Toku? What can we call you? The fesh that my school hosts is coming up. Where's your fesh located? Where is that located? Xfinity has had 0 internet on Chicago's south side. Ooh. Well, I'm on the north side, but it's not too far away from where I am. Yeah. Ooh. Sorry, Maddie called, or Maddie texted. I always got to respond to Maddie. Exciting stuff. Da, 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 da. Oh. All right. I will say it is beyond frustrating when the live cuts out. So, we've been on the air now for over an hour. We might cut this one a little short, just because. Oof. Hate to do it, but anything else you guys want to talk about today? We talked about a lot of good stuff. We talked about tips for teaching Zoom. Yeah. Tips for teaching Zoom. We talked about beginner exercises, dance tricks, and all of that stuff. But that's cool. So news for me, I joined a new dance company, the American Company of Irish Dance. Yeah, they're a company that's been around for a few years, but as they were starting to kind of roll their wheels, the pandemic hit. So they had to kind of dial back, but now they're back and planning things for the summer and the fall, maybe some tours. So might be on tour, might be doing some extra shows in the town near you. We'll see. But exciting times. It will not take anything away from all the prep I've been doing with Real Rhythm. It's just another plate I'm spinning. Another. Yeah. Sorry, my music just got really weird. But I'm excited to be doing more dance projects. I've enjoyed teaching this past year, but I'm itching to go perform again. All right, Chris, I will thank you for joining the channel. Sorry you're tuning in late to the most derpy internet. Yeah. I'd love to tell more about this, guys, but I'll have more information next week about it. Yeah. I'm sorry. This is, yeah, you hate to see it, but sometimes this is the way it is. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you guys more about it soon, and I'll let you guys know, when it starts touring and doing shows. Hopefully, it is in a place like California or Chris, wherever you're at. Wherever we're tuning in from. I'll let you all know where you can see some live Irish dancing. Woo, that'd be great. Thank you. Yeah, it should be fun. I hope so. I hope it's fun. I'd be upset if it was not fun. Queen City? That's in Ohio, yeah? I've danced at the Queen City Fesh. Chris, are you from Ohio? I was just there. I was just at the Dayton Fesh. That's awesome. Fantastic, man. Yeah. Good deal. Yeah, it's a good fesh. I've competed there. I competed at Queen City like a bunch of times from Chicago, but yeah, it was a pretty solid fesh. Cincinnati, yes. That's awesome. Cincinnati, good stuff. That's in like 2 weeks? Okay, Eliza, yeah. I hope you had fun. Sorry about the disconnects. They will most likely be better next time. It's always a process. This week we got the mic working again. And now the internet's having issues, so there's always something. So hopefully that'll be better and we can have some more fun next week. Wednesdays, 3 p.m. is kind of the go-to. So I'll see you guys all next time. Yeah, maybe we'll plan a pick the trick or something. Go through a step or two. Yeah, nice to see you too. Thanks for your support. Thanks to everybody's support. If you haven't done so already, please like this video so the content goes out to more prospective. Is that a word? Irish dancers out there that want to find Irish dance content on YouTube. If you're not already a subscriber, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I appreciate that, and it's free. But if you would like to support the channel further, you can become a member of the channel. Ooh, and you get to you get a little badge next to your name when you comment when we have these chats. A little badge. You get a few other little perks like that. I'm trying to work out a way to get the content like pre-released there, which is kind of cool. Or you could become a patron of the channel through patreon.com/Tyler Schwartz. You can find that in the caption below. We are at, I think, 12 patrons. Thank you all who are already a patron of the channel and supporting this channel. All that money goes right back into the channel to make it as cool as it looks. The cameras and the extra, the time it takes to do all this stuff, it allows me to do more of this throughout my week. So thank you. Yeah, we're at 12, and at 20, we're going to be doing a video series on how to build your own dance floor, a do it yourself video series, how to make a good dance floor effectively and efficiently and economically. You want to save money, obviously. I have a big old Omara floor here that was big and expensive, but we'll explore how to make one a lot cheaper. So that's at 20 patrons. So something to think about. Yeah. Oh, and yeah, Val just poked at something I've been experimenting a little bit with Twitch. Apparently, that's a live stream station too, and I might try and find a way maybe to be able to stream to both. Maybe we could set that as a goal. Maybe have one stream each week on YouTube and one stream on YouTube, or one on YouTube, one on Twitch. I don't know. But yeah, thanks all again. Really appreciate it. This is a lot of fun. A lot more fun when there's no disconnects, but still fun. And yeah, Chris, I gotta remember that. Toku Lover 89 is Chris. He's from Cincinnati. He'll be at the Queen City Fesh, dominating if he's competing, or having fun if he's spectating. Yeah. Thanks y'all for joining. Thanks y'all for voting. I think Real Talk with Tyler is a great name. We'll keep it. It's a keeper. Yeah. Much appreciated, and I'll see you all next week. Tomorrow I'm dropping a video. It's already on my Real Rhythm channel, but it's the promotional video for Real Rhythm. So I figured that'll be. Oh, we're back. Oh my goodness. Okay, so whoever's still here, um, I'll see you all next week. Just, oh, I'll figure this out. I'll get a better Wi-Fi link. We'll get better internet for next time. All right. Take care, everybody.